Hi guys, today I'm checking in with James Schulze to share with you another example of a client that we've recently helped at risehigh. So James, can you give us an example of a client that you've recently helped at risehigh and how you've been able to help them?
Yeah, so I've recently had a family, a client that was looking to buy their dream home. They had been, before they came to me, they'd been running around to different banks trying to get the finance that they needed to be able to purchase this beautiful home that they'd found that they wanted to buy for the family. They weren't having any luck. The banks were telling them no, and primarily due to some of the challenges.
So they were going directly to the banks?
Yeah, like running around,
yeah,
like literally running around to different banks.
And it can be quite stressful because if they found a house that they really want,
yeah, they were really keen to get this property,
and then the banks are saying no, that can be quite a devastating.
Yeah, it was a very stressful time for them, and they could afford it, like it was well within their means. It's just due to some employment changes. There was a few of the banks that didn't fit within their policy.
Okay.
So they were struggling big time. And then luckily, one of their friends referred them to me.
Yep.
So I actually caught up with them really quickly, knowing that there was a really short time frame for them where they needed to be able to get finance approved. Otherwise, the real estate agent was threatening to terminate the contract.
Okay.
So we were able to work with them and help them to find a solution really quickly, and within a few days we'd had the loan application submitted and approved.
Oh wow.
And it was awesome, to be able to go on that journey with them and actually help them to buy the property, settle on it, and we had a nice little celebration afterwards.
So how did they feel, I guess, going through that process of almost, finding their dream house, almost losing it because the finance was being tricky, to then working with you and then you telling them that you can help them and getting it approved? Like, what emotional journey did they go on through that process?
Yeah, I think it was a bit of a roller coaster ride for them. So, when I first met with them and spoke to them, they're quite stressed because they really been looking for ages and finally found the house that they wanted.
Yeah.
But the banks were saying no, so they were really stressed and disappointed, I suppose, at that point. But I was able to reassure them that I was really confident we could make it work. And so from there, I think their emotions or their state of mind
started to become a bit more positive.
Became a bit more positive, and then actually once we got that approval, they were just over the moon with excitement. So.
And how did you feel being able to help them with that?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I felt a little bit nervous myself, thinking that, we can definitely make this work, but there was always obviously still got to go through that process to get the loan approved. So I was a little bit nervous as well for them, but I was confident that we could do it. And then once it actually got approved, I was just as excited as they were. So,
awesome.
And then at settlement, again, we all had a little little celebration together.
That's great.
Yeah.
I guess that's, I guess the learning is, don't necessarily take no from the bank as the answer. You know, it is really important to get, the advice of a really good mortgage broker to ensure that you are looking at all your finance options, because like you said, they could clearly afford it, but just little technicalities with, with someone's situation can mean that they don't fit the bank's credit policy. So, how lucky was it for them to have been, if they weren't introduced to you, perhaps they would have missed out on their house.
Yeah,
so
I think they would have.
I think, that's the learning. So if you do have a dream that you're trying to achieve, maybe it's your dream home, like these clients, make sure you check in with us to see what is possible. And, given that we've got access to sort of over 50 lenders, we do have access to products and policies that are outside of what you'd be familiar with. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing.
No worries. Thanks a lot.
Tune in next time.
Thank you.
Bye.